I've always been interested in special collections, so I chose to do a special collection librarian job position. This job position was an instruction and exhibition librarian at the University of Rochester, their Rush Reads Library. The general purpose of the library position, they wanted someone that was knowledgeable, innovative, and service oriented, and to create new exhibition programs as well as serve as a curator. So some of the departments they would work in would be rare books, special collections, and preservations. And their functions would be exhibition programs, exhibitions, curatorial responsibilities, instruction and outreach, professional development, and the salary ranged between over 55,000 to over 78,000. The second job position I chose was a special collections librarian at Howard University. This collections librarian will report to the head of collection services and special collections. The special collections librarian will be responsible for overseeing the School of Law Library Archives and Special Collections. They will be responsible for directing library specialists and student library research assistants. The nature and the scope of the position was internal contacts and external contacts. The accountability was manage and process rare books, develop processing plans, create digital collections and finding aids, education programming and instruction, and create and develop library displays. The core competencies would be assess of the condition of materials, make repairs or digitalization, access potential donations, prepare documents needed for transfer, and, or add material to the collection, accessions, reports, collections, usage, conduct, tours, and outreach. And that salary range was between 75,000 and 80,000. Third job position I chose was Special Collections and Archive Librarian, Assistant Professor, Tenure Track at Lincoln University. And this position, primary focus would be on assessing and arranging and describing archival collections and memorabilia for preservation and access, teach undergrad and graduate information literacy sessions to support access to the library resources, collect and organize books, databases, manuscripts, and other materials on select subjects to be used for teaching and research. The responsibilities would include cataloging, processing special collections and archival material, produce finding aids, manage digital production operations, communicate regularly with the IT staff to support and manage technical aspects of the digital collection, assist in the preparation of project reports, assist in project communication and marketing, create, maintain policies and procedures for the special collections and archive departments, supervise, maintain, and for project schedules, assist with student research, historical preservation projects, collaborate with colleagues in research and instruction, and data collection for archive and museum interaction, plans and arrange displays for library exhibits, assist library director in budget preparation and financial reports, engage in scholarly research and writing, and pursue a professional development program. The salary for this position is would be based on the education and experience. Now I would like to discuss questions about the position. How might the position differ based on the size of the institution? The position at larger institutions is typically more specialized. What type of population is served by this position? The population served would include students of all degree levels, faculty, staff, and researchers. How has this position or the need for this position changed? or how will it change based on future trends? The position has transformed in response to future trends, with librarians adapting to advancements in technology and evolving cultural heritage institutions. I interviewed Gladys Smiley Bell, the George Foster Peabody Special Collections Librarian at Hampton University's Harvey Library. Miss Bell told me when I asked her, why were you inspired to pursue a career in special collections? She said that when she worked at Howard University, she worked in circulation. However, Miss McGuire, Miss Price, and Miss Porter encouraged her to go to library school. And she felt that these three women was her inspiration, and she could consider them all famous librarians. When I asked Miss Bell what were some of her biggest challenges working with special or specialized or rare materials, she responded with preservation, access, determining what materials should be in the collection, and housing. When I asked, how do you support researchers and or patrons who want to use material from the special collections? Ms. Bell said that researching materials and finding materials on the same subject is helpful. Looking in other libraries and never saying no. Instead, she would give a patron the options of what they're looking for. When I asked Ms. Bell how has digital technology impacted her work in special collections and how, she said, accessing information online is useful for researchers that are from out of town, out of state, or even from a different country. Equipment that can read and protect film, like microfilm, and technology has given her a vision of ways that she can preserve the special collections. When I asked Ms. Bell, how would you describe your management style? She says she has a non-political human resource style. She likes to take care of her team. She has an open door policy and total transparency. When I asked which of the skills do you think are most relevant for a librarian, Ms. Bell said being inquisitive, how to knowing how to conduct reference interviews, being familiar with the reference material and information, and ask the right questions during the reference interview. I asked her which tell me more about an experience with teamwork and what techniques do you use to promote and foster teamwork and creative working relationship. Ms. Bell said during intercession, the staff would do team projects. They would brainstorm and organize projects and brainstorm about big projects like the library's inventory. And when she was at one of her positions prior to coming to Hampton University, they changed all the books from the Dewey Decimal System to the Library of Congress classification system. And then I asked Miss Bell what is her vision for the library, and she said finishing the inventory of the special collections before she retires, so that all the material be cataloged and available for access. And when I asked, how do you approach ethical issues related to access, representation, and prevalence in your collection, she said that autographed materials make it valuable material. So that is an issue. So she has to keep track of all the material. What skills or classifications do you think are essential for someone interested in working in special collections? Ms. Bell says that you have to have the desire to work with old material, the ability to educate students who use the material by answering the questions of why the material is in special collections. You have to have handling procedures and understand that the material is fragile. So you got to know how to take care of the collection and recognize what would or should be in the special collections. I also interviewed Cassandra Moore. She's the library service manager at the Ruby Pope Drummond Health Sciences Library. When I asked Miss Moore why was she inspired to pursue a career in special collections, she said that her path to special collections started in an unexpected way. She was a work study student at James Madison University, and that's where she began her journey in the library field. Later, when she transferred to Old Dominion University, she took a part-time position at Eastern Virginia Medical School Library. That exposed her to medical research and gave her valuable hand-on experience assisting physicians in the absence of the librarian. After graduation, she realized how much she missed the library environment, which led her to pursue a part-time job in the field. A mentor recommended that she consider an MLS degree, which sparked her interest in becoming a librarian, and she realized that that was her true passion. What are some of her biggest challenges working in special or rare materials? One of her biggest challenges is that their library is small, is the preservation and the storage of the items. The recent challenges they faced was having to dispose of several hard to find medical books due to mold damage. The materials were invaluable, but the mold posed a significant risk to both the collection and the health of the staff and researchers. How do you support researchers and patrons who want to use materials from your special collections? She said that she supports them by helping them locate hard to find and undescribed materials. And how has digital technology impacted her work in special collections? She said it has enhanced their ability to provide quick access to critical information. She described her management style. She has a hand-off approach once her team is trained. Which of the skills do you think is most relevant for a librarian? Research, to Miss Moore, is the most relevant skill. Tell me more about your experience with teamwork. What techniques do you use to promote and foster teamwork and create an effective working relationship? She said that effective communication is the key for fostering teamwork. When I asked her what is her vision for the library, she said to strike a balance between embracing emerging technology and maintaining the traditional role. When I asked her, how do you approach ethical issues related to access, representation, and provenance in your collection? She says it's always to fully understand the situation at hand. What skills or qualifications do you think are essential for someone interested in working in a special collection? She said for a medical library, it's attention to detail and the ability to handle specialized and often delicate materials, a solid understanding of medical terminology and research practices. This slide includes my other resources, five other resources. I have a combination of some blog posts, um, information that I found from the ACRL, and an article uh, that talks about special and rare collections.